Millford Creek, Ohio. Population 4,200. The kind of town where people leave their back doors unlocked and wave at strangers from their driveways. Where the worst crime anyone could remember was a stolen bicycle. Where everyone knew Andrew McAllister. He coached the 8th grade basketball team. He brought casseroles to sick neighbors. He had a firm handshake, a reliable smile, and a name that appeared on 2 different church committees. To the people of Millford Creek, Andrew McAllister wasn't just a good man. He was the definition of one. But beneath that carefully constructed life, something dark had been growing for over a decade. And one March evening, when a 14-year-old girl didn't come home from school, Millford Creek's perfect image of Andrew McAllister would shatter completely.
Andrew McAllister was 43 years old. He had grown up 30 miles away in Dalton Falls. Teachers remembered him as quiet and unremarkable. He studied accounting, married his college girlfriend Karen at 26, and settled in Millford Creek. By outward appearances, he ran a modest tax consultancy out of a converted garage attached to his home on Birchwood Drive. He and Karen had no children of their own, but neighbors often noted how fond Andrew seemed of the neighborhood kids. He remembered their birthdays, kept juice boxes in his refrigerator, and video games in his living room. Detectives would later describe this as grooming infrastructure, the deliberate construction of access, trust, and opportunity. On the evening of March 9th, a 14-year-old girl, whom we'll call Lily to protect her identity, failed to arrive home from Millford Creek Middle School. Her mother called the school, then her friends, and finally the sheriff's department.
Witnesses placed Lily on Birchwood Drive, near the McAllister residence. A neighbor saw her speaking to a man in a dark sedan. She appeared to know him well and got into the car without hesitation. Lily was found 31 hours later at an abandoned hunting property registered to McAllister's deceased uncle. She was physically unharmed, thanks to the rapid response. But what she described in her statement would reframe every interaction Andrew McAllister had ever had with the children of Millford Creek. Investigators served a search warrant on the McAllister home at 6:47 a.m. on March 11th. Andrew was cooperative, almost theatrically so, offering coffee and expressing calibrated concern. Behind a false panel in a filing cabinet in his converted garage office, forensic technicians recovered 3 encrypted external hard drives, a burner phone with message threads going back 4 years, and a handwritten ledger detailing dates, names, locations, and methods of communication. Digital forensics revealed that over the course of his time in Millford Creek, Andrew McAllister had systematically targeted, manipulated, and exploited at least 7 minors, most of them connected to his church group, basketball team, or neighborhood. Andrew McAllister was arrested on March 14th on his own front lawn in front of several neighbors. He said nothing and showed no emotion, as if the performance had simply ended. His wife Karen had left the house hours earlier after being informed of the evidence. She would later say in a victim impact statement that she had noticed small inconsistencies and unexplained absences over the years, and that living with that guilt was its own sentence. The church removed his name from its directory. The basketball league retired his coaching record. Parents had difficult conversations with their children. The trial of Andrew McAllister opened in Hargrove County Superior Court 7 months later. His defense attempted to challenge the digital evidence, but the jury took just over 4 hours to return a guilty verdict on all 14 felony counts, including child enticement, possession of exploitative material, and unlawful imprisonment. When the verdict was read, McAllister's expression remained completely empty. He was sentenced to 47 years in a state correctional facility with no possibility of parole. He will be 90 years old before he is eligible for release. In her sentencing remarks, the judge said, "You did not merely commit crimes. You constructed an identity specifically designed to commit them. You weaponized trust, and you will never hold that weapon again. Millford Creek still exists. The church still holds Sunday services. Children still ride their bikes on Birchwood Drive. But something has changed, something permanent and necessary. They wave at each other a little differently now. They ask more questions. They know that the most dangerous person in any community is often the one who has worked hardest to appear safe. Andrew McAllister made sure of that lesson.
End card. If you or someone you know has experienced abuse, please reach out. National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, 1-800-THE-LOST. RAIN Hotline, 1-800-656-HOPE. You are not alone.